Okay. 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 Live streaming again. I think I froze in the last one, and I don't know how long for. So what I'm going to do is quick recap. I covered how to deal with social media. One of the things I said was um, don't check into social media first thing in the morning. Give yourself 30 to 60 minutes. The second thing I said was to use social media for your own gain. So instead of mindlessly being subjected to the algorithm, use it to give you the information you want by searching for stuff you like and clicking on stuff that you actually like. And the third thing was to give yourself some social media time if you really want it, to take your mind away from stuff as a reward. So earn your social media time. Don't just mindlessly give it to yourself. So that's a quick recap. You can see that in the early part of the live video. I don't know how long I was frozen for. I think it might have been like 3 minutes though, actually. So we shall see. In the live video, Jen had put a question on top things to do on a daily basis to keep positive. I love it. First thing is, don't check into social media. It works perfectly. So give yourself time in the morning where you don't mindlessly go and check into social media if you want to stay positive, because you will find something in your messages, in your social media, that's not positive. You're going to find something that's going to set you off in a particular mindset. So for a positive day, I'm going to say, start your day in the way you want to do it. Give yourself something to do. And I work a lot with clients and groups and companies where we work out a morning routine. A morning routine that starts your day off in a positive and a prime. You're priming your day to start off in the way that you want to do it. I did a whole one of these sessions on a no excuse morning routine. So I've done a whole session, Facebook live session, on how you can have a morning routine even if you're busy. It's a hack to get around everything. If you're busy, you got to get up, you get the kids and all that kind of thing. I did a whole session on like no excuses. Like you can do this shit without, even by doing how busy your morning is. So if you want the replay to that session on how to do a no excuses morning routine, then just write morning routine in the comment box, and one of us will get, either me or one of the team will get that link to you about a no excuses morning routine. So that is the way to positively start your day. One other thing I'm going to say, Jen, in answer to your question, is to check in with yourself. Give yourself points during the day where you're checking in with yourself, even if it's like 30 seconds, right? Just give yourself times in the day where you're checking in with yourself, and just take 30 seconds out. And we know we're massively busy, but take 30 seconds out of your day just to check in with yourself. Take a breath, check out how you're doing, and then move on. 30 seconds. Maybe if you do that 2 or 3 times a day, just to check in with yourself. And the other thing I'm going to say, in answer to your question, Jen, is like be aware of what you're filling your day and your time with. Are you feeling? If you want to have a positive mindset, if you want to be aware of what you're filling your day and time with, and I'm going to include people in that as well, and scenarios and situations. The first stage to anything that we do is awareness. And so what I would say is the first thing is check out what you're doing in your day. If you want to stay positive, who's around you, what you're doing, what input are you giving yourself, what are you doing to give yourself a positive day, and check in with that. Hello Lisa, how are you doing? Nice to have you here. This is kind of a 2-part live because I was on live before and it crashed out for some reason. I'm just answering questions that people have got. If you've got a question on development, personal growth, well, then drop it in the comments box and I'll answer that question for you. So yeah, Jen, to keep positive during the days, stay away from negativity, stay away from crap social media, check in with yourself 2 or 3 times a day. If you can, meditation is amazing in the morning. A couple of minutes, even 3 minutes, can set your day up where you're intentioning how you want your day to go. Obviously, it's not always going to go the way you want it to go. And I would say also check in with your awareness. Check in with how you're reacting to the world around you, because there's lots and lots and lots of shit that goes on around us on a daily basis that we can buy into that has no consequence at all on us. So I would say just check in and what actually are you getting involved in and what's actually bothering you. And I've just got a message that's just come in here. I'm going to check in from somebody. Here we go. We are live. You can tell we're live. Just want to know any positive thing about showing life. Okay, yeah. So actually, there's a message from Jen saying a positive thing that she does is go out for dog walks, which is amazing. But that's another thing, is to really make sure that we're getting some outside time. And I'm a massive proponent of grounding for a positive, for a good effect on your life. And what that is making sure you get your feet, no socks, no shoes, on the ground at some point. It might not be possible for some people every day, but it's got to be possible for you to do it at some point during the week. There's loads of information around grounding. You can find it on YouTube. There's a whole award-winning movie about ground. It's called Grounded or Grounding, I think. A guy called Clint Uber, I think. Not Uber, that's a thing. That's the car service, isn't it? Clint something over or someone like that did a whole movie about grounding. So again, if you want to stay positive in your life, you can get negative charge and negative energy out of your body by getting your feet on the ground. So you so you people are your biggest issue, I find. Comment, Lisa. I'm looking deeply at your relationships. Yeah. So like I said, Jen's asked a question about how do you stay positive in your life, and I mentioned be aware, actually be conscious. Okay, so whenever I deal with dealing with people, whenever I'm coaching, whenever I share anything, the first stage that we go to is awareness. All right, because everything else is, if you're doing things subconsciously, then that's going to affect. We have to do lots of stuff subconsciously, but subconscious stuff affects our life. So the first thing I always do with a lot of people is tell them to bring awareness to your surroundings. So to stay positive, one of the biggest things, and Lisa's talking about it here, is if you think you've got a negative life, check out the people that are around you. And it might mean that you'll leading yourself into some tough decisions. You might need to get rid of a few people. There might be a few people around you, the friends, family, relationships, whatever, that piss you off and are giving you a negative life. And that's on you, right? There might be some tough decisions to make. I'm not saying that you need to cut them out of your life, but just like I said with the social media, you need to be aware about how much time you're spending with these people, and there might be some tough decisions to make. Like Lisa's saying here, you can read these in the comments. Lisa's saying, I've got 3 types of people, friends in my life: the bully, the con man or woman, and the good eggs. Yeah, I'm sure that we all, anybody watching this, can instantly instantly identify with the people that are in their lives. And it's not to say that you have to, we're not making those people bad, right? Those people are on their journey. So it's on us to decide how much time we want to spend with those people, or if we want them in our lives. Okay, so take responsibility. Take your responsibility for yourself and to how you deal with those people in your life. Just like I said before, how you deal with social media. It's, a lot of this stuff is to do with you, your consciousness, your awareness, and you making choices. I'm not going to say decisions because I don't like that word. I'm going to say choices for yourself. And Lisa's saying, we tend to head towards the familiar. We do head towards the familiar, and we've got to be conscious that we're not sabotaging ourselves. Okay, so we've got to be conscious that if familiar, we all tend to sit within our comfort zone. But I always think it's a really badly named phrase, comfort zone, because a comfort zone for some people is a very uncomfortable place to be. You could be in a terrible relationship, but you're too scared to get out of it. That doesn't make it a comfort. It makes it a comfort zone of where you are, but it could be very uncomfortable. So yeah, you're right, Lisa. We do tend to lead towards familiar. But like you're saying, those people, if you've got negative people around you in your life, don't make it bad. They're on their journey. They're on their path. It's down to you as people, to reorganize our own lives and to get away from those people if they're negative. Yes, Lisa, like you said, you've at some point you have welcomed those people into your life. So you know, on this is we've gone on right on a tangent on Jen's question, but I love it. I'd rather answer questions and do these comments live and talk about shit I've got going on. So we're off on a tangent. Yes. So Lisa's saying, good eggs any day of the week. You've welcomed them into your lives. So yeah, at some point, you know, you've got these people around you. So you, if you're not, everything's not completely positive in the way you want it to be, and it's not going to be perfect all the time, right? We're human, but it's on you to examine why you've got these. If it's people that are bringing you down, negativity, it's on you to examine why have you got these people in your life, or why have you got this person? Why have you got this behavior? Why have you got this job? And I know these are not, you know, dismissing them and saying these are easy to change. What I am saying is it's on you to examine what you're getting out of this situation. Okay, so maybe you've got someone negative in your life. You could do something about. You might not be doing something about it. It's on you to decide, why is that person in my life, and what am I going to do about it? And if you want that person in your life, you think they're negative, that's on you, right? You don't complain about it. You know, there's definitely something you can do about it, even if it's just a small thing. So Lisa, here we go. She's saying, let's do a live together sometime. Why not, Lisa? Let's do a live together. And Lisa's going off to do maybe this is your thing, ladies by the lake retreats, and you would welcome that. Yeah, definitely. Let's do a live together, Lisa. Sounds like you've got some great input here. So yeah, I'll check out your stuff and we can have a chat. So thanks for commenting. I'll do one more question very, very quickly, because I've been rambling on and going off at a tangent on quite a lot. Right, this is another question, and I'm going to do this really, really quickly. And it is, does life coaching cover diet and fitness? So this is something as well that's come up really, really recently. It comes up quite a lot for me, and something that I've done a couple of sessions recently with people around health and diet and fitness. And, you know, people say to me, I go to the gym, I eat well, and, you know, I sleep and whatever, I don't drink, or whatever, you know, go through, but things are not working. And what I've noticed and what we've gone through with dissecting down through is that there's a massive part of health and fitness and diet and weight loss and all that thing that's to do with mindset. And so when I'm dealing with people, we want to get away from doing the up and down, the on a diet, off the diet, go to the gym, not go to the gym, and all that. And I kind of like very recently come to a sort of formulation that's working for quite a few of my clients. And what that is we've nailed down to finding out what the blind spot is. Okay, and we don't dive into, we do talk about food, we do talk about fitness and exercise and all that kind of thing, but we nail down what the actual blind spot is. Okay, so what I hear is I yo-yo diet, I yo-yo on going to the gym, I yo-yo on going to exercise. What I've worked out with quite a few people is it comes down to what your blind spot is. So it's literally something that's a blind spot. It's something that you're not seeing in your life. You know, I hear people tell me, oh, this is what I do, and they give me what a normal day is and what the normal week is and what they eat, what they drink, what they exercise, and all that kind of thing. And you know, just writing it down on a piece of paper, you think, well, actually, there's nothing wrong there. But actually, when we dive into things, we find out that there's an actual blind spot somewhere in there that's causing quite a lot of damage. It's like, how can I describe it? You call it like a virus in your computer. Like there's something there background that's making things sort of fuck up a little bit, but you don't, you look at it and everything looks fine, but there's something in the back that's kind of fucking things up. So when it comes to health and fitness and lifestyle, yes, life and coaching does cover that. What I don't do and tend not to do is, what we attend to first is where the blind spots are. And the results have been massive with people I'm dealing with, and I actually realise that there is this one thing in life, and I can't really give you an example because it's all different. I can give you an example. Hold on a minute. I don't want to go any personal details about anybody, but one person I was dealing with, it was one particular habit that was going on in the supermarket, right? It was, and actually that person is kind of said that I could share a bit of it, but it's one particular habit that was going on in the supermarket that was creating a knock-on effect, like a domino effect. So what we did is we changed the habit before the supermarket, and it's completely changed health and lifestyle and fitness. So so the answer to the question is, does life coaching cover diet and fitness? And the answer is 100%, but not in the way that you would think about changing diet and changing fitness. You go diving deeply into what your actual habits are and what needs to change. And it can be sometime it can be quite small things. So Lisa's had a few more questions. You can read these comments by when you listen to this, because they're going to be here. Lisa is saying ancestral trauma. I'm not sure what the answer to that was, but yes, ancestral trauma can come from without going too deeply into this, because ancestral trauma is like a whole subject on its own. But I think what we talked about when having negative or positive life, we do inherit stuff, right? I'm going to put that very kind of succinctly, if you like. When it comes to ancestral trauma, we don't, all of the things we've got in our life, we do, it's well documented and well researched that we actually do inherit stuff. It's in our genes and it's in our DNA. We do inherit trauma from the past. So I don't want to go too deeply into that right now, but just be aware if you want to stay positive, be aware that you've got people around you, but don't blame the people around you and don't blame yourself. Okay, it's not getting to a negative kind of spiral about it. Just do something about it. So Lisa says, I'm a talker. You are right there, Lisa. You appear to be a talker, but that's amazing. What I'm going to do is just add another great tip there is when you're preparing, when we were talking about eating and diet and lifestyle, when you're eating, you can do mindful food prep, which is, actually intentionally doing, and I kind of, okay, well, I'm going to out myself here. So one of my, an ex-girlfriend of mine said, I've never seen anybody prepare food like you. I love to cook, right? And I love to eat. And she said, I've never seen anybody prepare food like you. What do you mean? Obviously, because it's a habit of mine that I do subconsciously. And she said, I've never seen anybody prepare food so lovingly as you do. And I'm not going to say I do that 100% of the time, but if I'm taking time to cook properly, then I do it with love. And mindful food prep is a great way of giving yourself positive energy, keeping positive through the day, and having a good diet and a good lifestyle. Mindful food prep, great tip there, Lisa. What I'm going to do is I'm going to say we've covered quite a lot. This live is in 2 parts, so I'll do some notes in the discussion, but I'm going to say thank you for joining in. Thank you for your comments. Jen, Lisa, thank you for your comments, and definitely let's hook up and do a live chat sometimes, and people can find out about you. And you're absolutely right, you are a talker, but that's what we need, right? On a live, otherwise it will be boring. Okay, I'm going to check out now, and I'll see you again next week.